Dahlia, Chen I think you all know this gossip. And then they have a daughter and a son also. Okay? Now, okay? According to this family tree, I have a question. How can we describe Jeff and Dahlia's relationship? 他们两个关系是什么 Does anyone know in Chinese?
后母。
后母，对，继母 right? Dahlia is Jeff's stepmother, 继母. Okay, so what will Jeff say? Let's see. Okay, please read the sentence together. Dahlia is my stepmother. She is my father's second wife.所以 Dahlia 是他的继母，对不对？To Dahlia, what is Jeff? In English, we call it stepson. So Dahlia would say, Jeff is my stepson. And Shelly is my stepdaughter. I married their father. Okay, another question. How do we describe the relationship between Shelly and Xiaohu? What's their relationship? Do they have the same mother? No, they don't have the same mother. Do they have the same father?
Yeah.
Yes, 他们是同父异母的姐弟，对不对？ So Shelly would say, 小虎 would say, Shelly is my half sister. Okay, together. Shelly is my half sister. We have the same father. But different mothers. And again, Shelly would say, 小虎 is my half brother. Half 指的就是可能有爸爸或妈妈是一样，同母异父或者是同父异母。Okay? Now let's say goodbye to Guotan's family. And I'm going to tell you a very famous fairy tale. I think you all know. It's Cinderella's story. Okay? Once upon a time, Cinderella's father married her mother, and they have Cinderella, right? In another village, there is another family, and they have two daughters. But later on, they all got divorced. Divorce, 上一堂课有学过. What does it mean? 离婚, they all got divorced. So Cinderella's father married this evil woman. Okay, so she becomes Cinderella's stepdaughter. 变成她的后母, right? And what about these two girls? They become Cinderella's stepsister or half-sister? Half-sister, please raise your hand. Okay, half-sister. 1, 2. Stepsister. Okay, 1. The correct answer is stepsister. Why? Can you tell us? Because they don't have the same father, okay? 不是同父异母，我们叫做 stepsister， 因为他们完全没有任何血缘关系 ，OK？ OK？ 好，那问你了 ，what is their relationship? To the Cinderella stepsisters, what is he? 他是继父，对不对 ？How do we say 继父 ？Stepfather, okay? So let's read it together. Cinderella's father is our stepfather. He is my mother's second husband. Okay, and what if Cinderella has a brother? Awesome. Then what would Cinderella's stepsister say? Russell is their... Does anyone know how to describe their relationship? Step-brother, right? So they will say, Russell is our step-brother. Okay, let's read together. Russell is our step-brother. Okay, good. Now let's review the vocabulary together. Please repeat after me, stepfather.
Exercise C. Listening comprehension. Listen to the speakers and infer the relationships. Use the vocabulary to complete each statement. Listen again if necessary. Speaker 1.
Well, after a few years, my brother finally got married again. His new wife is really nice. She has 3 daughters, and I know he loves them a lot.
Speaker 2.
Carol and I are very close. Her mom married my dad when I was about 7, so we really grew up together.
Speaker. Three.
My parents got divorced when I was only 3. After a few years, my father married again. We don't live together, but I call his new wife Mom.
Speaker 4.
Leo's a great kid. I'm really glad I married his mother. The 3 of us are really happy together.
Speaker 5.
Hank and I have the same father. My mom is his stepmother. His mother is my father's ex-wife.
And now this time, I think you need some help, so I prepare some family tree for you. Okay, this time, please. Okay, listen carefully with the help of the pictures.
Page 30. Exercise C. Listening comprehension. Listen to the speakers and infer the relationships. Use the vocabulary to complete each statement. Listen again if necessary. Speaker 1.
Well, after a few years, my brother finally got married again. His new wife is really nice. She has 3 daughters, and I know he loves them a lot.
Speaker 2.
Carol and I are very close. Her mom married my dad when I was about 7, so we really grew up together.
Speaker 3.
My parents got divorced when I was only 3. After a few years, my father married again. We don't live together, but I call his new wife Mom.
Speaker 4.
Leo's a great kid. I'm really glad I married his mother. The 3 of us are really happy together.
Speaker 5.
Hank and I have the same father. My mom is his stepmother. His mother is my father's ex-wife.
Okay, now let's look at the question together. For question number 1, does anyone know the answer? His brother has 3. Does anyone know the answer? 3. You have an answer now. What's the answer? Staff. move on to another activity. Let's welcome teacher Rachel.
Okay, class, I know the vocabulary you just learned is a little bit difficult, so we are going to review a simple grammar. I think someone already learned it. So, can you see the words I know? Here are the question words that you use to ask questions. What, when, where, and how many. So, when you ask who, 你要问的是什么？时间、地点、物、人还是who是当你要问人的时候，那 what 呢？事物。好，那 when 是要问时间。很好，如果你们不太确定的话，可以把它写在你的课本第30页。You can write it on your textbook on page 30. Above the grammar practice. And where is 地点？当你要问地点的时候 ，and how 的话可以跟其他很多词，像是 how many 或者 how often. And the structure is like this. Usually, it begins with the question word. 用这些疑问词当开头，然后接着呢是助动词 do 或 does， 然后接下来是主词，然后剩下是原形动词，因为助动词已经教学生，所以后面一定用原形动词，然后最后是剩下的。那至于要用 do 还是 does， 就根据主词来判断。如果主词通常是用 do， 如果主词是第三人称单数的话，譬如说刚刚学的有什么 stepfather、half brother、half sister， 或是 he、she 的话就要用 does。如果它是第一二人称，你是我、我们、你们的，或是复数的话就用 do。那唯一的例外就是 who， 因为 who 的话你是要问谁，那这边就没有主词，因为我们就要主词，所以这个扣掉的话就会只剩下 do 的跟原形动词。所以譬如说你要问说谁住在香港，你who 要问 who 嘛，谁住在香港？那住是 live， 那 does 跟 live 合并在一起就要说 who lives in Hong Kong。所以就是除了 who 以外，它是会把它的那个变化是会结合在一起，其他的疑问词全部都是分开的。疑问词、助动词、主词，然后原形动词。好，然后清楚吗？那我们现在要来做一个小小的练习。不好意思。
你确定弄得到？
Okay, good. Now, on the sentence on your left are the sentences, and I want you to base on these sentences to ask questions. Originally, I put Chinese New Year in red, and I want you to ask for the information in red. So, if the sentence is I visit my aunt in Chinese New Year, and you want to ask the time, then which question word will you choose from here? Where, what, how, who, when? Does anyone know? 要问的是 Chinese New Year 的话，因为我颜色是红色。要问时间的话，要用哪一个？疑问词当开头。有人知道吗？问时间的话。问时间的话是用问。 第二个 My sister-in-law is a lawyer。要问做什么工作的话，要问 lawyer 这个资讯，那要用什么疑问词来开头？哇，很好。所以是你们可以跟我一起念吗 ？What does your sister-in-law do? Okay, good. And the next one, my stepdaughter lives in Hong Kong. And if I want to ask the information about the person, 要问人的话用什么？疑问词当开头。Who 很好，所以 please read after me. Who lives in Hong Kong? 很好。再下一个 ，They have 5 cousins. 如果是要问数量的话，要用什么开头？剩下2个是 where 还是 how many？ 很好，那跟我一起念。How many cousins do they have? OK， 最后一个 My niece lives in China。如果是要问地点的话，是要用 where， 所以是 Where does your niece live？ 跟我一起念。Where does your niece live? Okay, good. So for those who still not familiar with the question, please write this in your textbook, okay? Who 是人 ，What 是问事物 ，When 是时间 ，Where 是哪里地点 ，and how many 是数量。Okay, and now I want to do another practice, and it's about me. Again, my name is Rachel, and here are some real information about me. And in order for me to say this word, I want you to ask questions. For example, once a month, you can ask, how often do you go to gym? And I can say, I go to gym once a month. So I want you to ask the complete sentence to ask me, okay? So I have watched TV and students and on the weekend in Taipei. Does anyone want to guess the question? You can invent, and also one. Like, I have one parent, sister, daughter. So you can ask, how many sisters do you have? Okay, now please ask me questions. And you can use the question words I wrote on here. Does anyone want to try? Okay, let's use this. When? Ask me a question with when. Once or twice, please. Can you try one? When, and it's me, so when you you can ask me a sentence with this structure. Like, when do you go to the gym? When do you go to the gym? Good. And I can answer, I go to the gym on the weekend. And this is the place. So if you want to ask for information about the place, which question words to use? Where? Good. So where wants to ask me a question? Can you ask me a question? Starts with where? Where do you ask me a question? Use the sentence. Where do you 住在哪里的话，用 Where do you live? 我住在台北。Or Where did you study? I study in Taipei. Okay, last one. Students, if you want to ask me my occupation, 我的工作要用哪一个？刚刚好出现，哇，很好。那你知道要怎么用？一样，因为现在是问我，所以我们都是 What do you? What do you do? 是问工作。Okay, now I want you the grammar practice, please do it with the person who sits next to you. 跟你旁边人讨论一下，请做1到3那。Write the first 3 questions. You can compare your answers to the person who sits next to you.没有带课本的可以跟旁边的人一起看有吗？Okay, due to the time limit, let's check the answer. Please read the sentences, complete sentences together. How many nieces and nephews do you have? Can you read louder? How many nieces? You can read with me. Okay. How many nieces and nephews do you have? Very good. 3. My sister has 2 girls and my brother has a boy. Very good. And the next one. My stepbrother works in a restaurant. Really? What does he do? He's the chef and manager. Okay, the next one. My sister lives with her family in Zhuang. My sister lives with her family in Zhuang. Zhuang, how many kids does she have? I have 2 nephews, both adopted. Okay, so this means she has 2 adopted children. Okay, and Zhuang is the capital of Ireland. Now let's practice the conversation. And please listen to the conversation because you just learned the question words. And how are these questions put into conversation? Please listen to the conversation and pay special attention. 特别注意听数字的部分 because I'll ask you questions later. Okay.
Page 31. Conversation model. Exercise A. Read and listen to people describing their families.
Do you come from a large family?
Not really. I have 2 brothers.
What about aunts and uncles?
Well, I have 3 aunts on my father's side, and on my mother's side, I have 2 aunts and 3 uncles.
That's pretty big.
Okay, so how many brothers does the man have? 在妈妈那一边。And I want you to imitate the conversation line by line.
Page 31. Exercise B.